Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. This is Matthew and I'm here with another video. It is Sunday evening in South Africa, and I'm here to share the start of a new series which I'll explain a bit more detail just now. But just as an overview, my YouTube channel is all about helping other people to succeed online, and I do that by sharing my experiences. So I'm fairly new to the internet marketing business, and so my aim is to share what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, so that hopefully you can take on board what has worked for me and maybe don't take on board what hasn't worked for me. I'm here as a support, I'm here as an encouragement, and I'm here as someone who has tried many things. Some have worked, some haven't worked, and so I hope to share my experiences along the way. With that being said, the purpose of today's video is slightly different. So as I mentioned in one of my earlier introductory videos, I am a coach by profession, and so one of the things that I hope to bring to this YouTube channel is some experience from a coaching perspective. I hope to be able to share a bit about the deeper reasons behind my internet marketing experience and the deeper reasons behind why I'm in the internet marketing business, for starters. And so I'm going to create a series called Mindset and Motivation from an internet marketing perspective. And what this is geared at is a series of conversations or short videos once a week that I'll send out, which will hopefully be an encouragement and hopefully will help you to take the next steps in your online marketing business. Hopefully help you to discover deeper reasons behind why you're doing what you're doing, so that when things don't go so well, you can always rely back on that purpose that you initially came up with. And so in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is starting with the Know Your Why section of this series. And Know Your Why is really all about, why are you in this business? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why have you decided to explore internet marketing as a profession or as a part-time income? And hopefully by doing that, you will be able to have that deep-rooted meaning behind your business, and as a result, you'll be able to stick at it when things are not going so well, because there are always going to be those times. And so what I'm going to be doing today is sharing some insights into 4 key points. The first one is why purpose is important when starting your business. The second is what should you think about when you're identifying your purpose. The third is some experiences and insights from my own story. And the fourth is some practical next steps. Now, of course, you don't need to do any of this, but they've been helpful steps for me and helpful steps when I've been working with other people. And so hopefully they'll be helpful to you as well as you take the next step in your online marketing journey. With that said, why is purpose important? Well, purpose is important because starting an online business is not easy. Now, whenever you start an online business, there's going to be a few things which are going to come up. The first thing is you're going to have to figure out what it is that you want to do. The second thing is you're going to have to figure out how are you going to do it. And the third thing is you're going to have to understand what resources do you have available to be able to do that kind of thing. So generally, when you start an online business, you don't have a following. You may have a social media following, but you don't have a list. You don't have many resources from a financial perspective. If you do have financial resources, you don't have really many ideas as to what kind of business you can go into. So everything is quite fuzzy and unclear at this point. And so it's really important to understand, what are you trying to achieve? What is your underlying purpose? Now, for me, my underlying purpose is I'm going into this industry not so that I can make 6 figures a month, but so that I can hopefully make some sort of an impact on the lives of people that I interact with in my business. So hopefully I can share some insights, some stories, some experiences with other people. Hopefully along the way, if I'm successful, that's great, but that's not my main purpose. Yes, it would be nice to make a little bit of money on the side, but my underlying deep-rooted purpose is really to make a positive impact on the lives of others, for example, by helping them to start their online business. So I will share tools, I will share resources, I will share support with people that connect with me in the hope that this will be helpful to them and will help them to start their own online business. So Starting an online business is not easy, but it's important because when you have a purpose, it means you have something to go back to when things are not going so well. So for example, if you start your online business and after a month you're like, I've got 3 leads this whole month and I have really got no idea how I'm going to increase the number of leads every month. I don't know what to do. Well, perhaps at the start of creating your purpose, you said to yourself, okay, I'm going to start this online business. I know what I'm going to be promoting, but I'm going to give myself 6 months and then I'm going to assess and evaluate and see how things are going. So you've given yourself 6 months. So after the first month, don't get discouraged if you only have 3 leads, because you know that it takes time to build up your leads and to build up your connections and to build up your kind of brand in an online space. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that when the business is going well, your purpose should drive you on to achieve bigger and greater things. So when you're getting results, when you're getting money in the bank, it's important that your purpose is driving you on to do more. To, in my case, allowing me to make more of a positive impact on more people's lives, not just to settle for what I currently have. So for me, the meaning and the purpose is greater than just monetary. For some, it may be monetary. That may be their only focus, and that's perfectly fine. But for me, it's greater than that. It's being able to impact as many people's lives as possible with the work that I do. And so when things do go well, I'll be like, okay, I have a good idea now as to what's working. I can share this with my YouTube channel. I can share this with my email list, and hopefully I can impact more people's lives as a result. So that's a big thing for me as well, is having my purpose drive me on to bigger and greater things. Now, what are some of the things that you should consider when you are identifying your purpose? Well, I've identified 4 key points here. And the first is knowing what are you passionate about. So there may be this business opportunity which promises to make you lots and lots and lots and lots of money, and maybe it has already made many people lots and lots and lots of money. But if you get into this business and after 3 months you haven't made a single sale, and you're not passionate about what the products are or what the business does, then you're likely to become quite discouraged. And you're likely to want to give up and try something else. So the most important part here is understanding what are you passionate about, understanding how does that business that you're getting into align with your passions and interests and purpose. Because if it does do that, then you're likely to be motivated for a longer period of time, and you're likely to keep at it for a longer period of time. With that said, it's important to understand what is your long-term goal with your business. So why are you in this business? Do you want to transition to a full-time internet marketing business? Do you want to do 3 hours a day or 3 hours a week? Or what is it that you're looking to achieve from a time perspective, from an income perspective? What is your long-term goal? Because your long-term goal is then going to shape what your potential income could look like. It's going to shape what your long-term success could look like. Obviously, somebody who's doing this full time and is earning $12,000 to $15,000 a month on this opportunity is going to probably be earning more than someone who is doing this 3 hours a week and is just starting off. So it's important to understand what are your goals, what are you trying to achieve. Then what resources do you have to kickstart your business? So that's a very important point. Do you have time? Do you have money? Do you have a combination of time and money? Do you have a little bit of time? Do you have connections? What are the things that you can leverage as you start on your journey that you could use in your business? Maybe you have a relatively big social media following. Maybe you have some sort of financial opportunity, some sort of financial available finances that you can use. Whatever that is, think about what you have available to start your business, and think about how you can use what you have as a starting point and then move forward and take advantage of further opportunities as you grow your business. For example, if you don't have the money now, as you grow your business, that will become available. For example, if you have a big social media following, you're likely to leverage that. And then you can grow your email list. You can then grow your income as a result of growing your email list. And then you can start using money to put back into the business that you get from your email list. So there's something else to consider. And then what time period are you going to commit to before evaluating the success of the business? And so for me, this was a big one because I started off when I thought, okay, I'm going to invest in LiveGood and I'm going to invest in my lead gen secret. Those were the two main commitments, and Needs Leap. Those are the three main commitments that I made at the start. And I said to myself, okay, from a LiveGood perspective, I'm going to commit for a minimum of 12 months. Now that's 12 months times $10. It's not a big investment, but it's still an investment. Leads Leap is always going to be beneficial because it helps me to manage my business. So I'm going to commit to that indefinitely. My lead gen secret, again, is $30 times 5 accounts, which is $150 on a monthly basis. And that's a significant investment. But I know that it's only going to start to show results from between 6 to 12 months. So I'm going to commit to it for a minimum of 6 months. And once you do that, and once you have made that sort of commitment, then it becomes a lot easier to think about, okay, I'm committing to this for 6 months. And no matter what the results are within the first 6 months, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to lose hope. I'm going to just commit. And hopefully that will start to bear fruit over that period of time, rather than looking at it after a month and thinking I've made no strides forward, I'm not getting anywhere, and it's been a month. But actually look at it after 4, 5, 6 months, and then you'll be able to evaluate the success of it after that period of time. Okay, so with all of that said, a little bit about my story. So I started, I got a certification as a career and a leadership coach, and I started to take on a few clients. I started to coach a few people. I started to get some experience in the coaching world. But I also really found that coaching was really helpful in helping other people to develop things that they're passionate about or things that they want to do. So people who wanted to start a business, for example, people who wanted to start in a new job, whatever the case may be. I was passionate about helping other people discover their success, their passions, their interests, and using that to build the business or build their new career, whatever that might look like. So that was always my underlying purpose and mission and passion. And so that's why I started the online business space. And along with that, I found a number of opportunities which had a lot of potential, LiveGood being one of them, My Traffic Powerline being another of them. I'm going to leave the links to both of those below. And I saw the opportunity and the potential in both of those. And so I invested in both of those and really started to focus on promoting those businesses and using those as my points to connect with other people and to grow my relationships with my email list, to grow my relationships with people that I come across that have encountered this business, etc. So that for me was the main thing, was the impact that I could make using my passion for coaching, my interest in helping other people succeed, and knowledge of businesses that I knew existed that had a real purpose and that I believed in. And so I saw an opportunity there to start a business. And I knew that even if I wasn't going to be extraordinarily successful at the start, I knew that because I believed in the business and because I believed in what I was doing, I had the potential to succeed. And over time, that was going to pay off. How do I evaluate my success? Well, I evaluate my success by saying, I'm going to give this a good 6 months. Now, I'm only in about month 4 now. And so I'm not even going to think about, am I being successful at this or not? Because I'm only now growing my email list. I'm only now starting to look for other ways to increase my sales. For example, YouTube channels. For example, email, really focusing on my email list and the messages that I'm sending out to my email list. For example, connecting with mentors and people that have been successful, asking them what makes them successful. So I'm only now really starting to learn what is success, to how I can be successful in this business. But my success is really measured on how many people I connect with and how many people I'm able to help start their business and help them do what they're passionate about doing. And so really that is a big measure of my success, and I hope that as my business grows, I can impact more and more people that way. And what is the timeline that I've set for myself? Well, I've set myself a minimum of 6 months. LiveGood, I've committed to 12 months. And so really after 12 months I'd be able to look back and say, okay, is this worth it? Have I made a decent number of sales? Have I grown my email list enough? Have I made enough of an impact in the business that I've been running to be able to warrant to go on for another year or another 6 months or whatever the case may be? If not, maybe it's time to reevaluate, but I'm not going to make any decisions on that right now. And so where I am right now is I feel really comfortable about what I'm currently doing. I'm growing the number of people that I'm speaking to and connecting with on a daily basis. I have a number of different traffic sources. I use safe lists now to reach out to more people. I have my YouTube channel, which is a more personal kind of connection. I have my lead gen secret, which allows me to reach out to 100,000 people every single day. And that all allows me to grow my list. It allows me to build my business, build my brand. And by doing that, I really have the best possible opportunity to succeed. So I think I'm making good traction and I'm happy with where I'm at. But I'm being realistic about it as well. I'm not expecting to make $10,000 a month after 4 months. I'm expecting a lot of hard work and building my brand, building my business, growing my story, growing my success over time. And so for me, that's what's most important, and that's how I evaluate my success. Now, what are some next steps that you can take? Well, think about what is your deep underlying purpose for why you're here and why you're invested in this. What is important to you? What do you want to achieve? What does your ideal business look like? If you had to think about it, what would be most important in an ideal business? Would you be promoting a health product? Would you be helping other people succeed with their business? Would you be creating a service? Maybe the service is, I don't know, writing documents for people, resumes for people. Whatever that might look like, think about what your ideal business looks like, and then think practically about why it is an ideal next step for you, why it is an ideal business, and that will help you to create your purpose. And then think about what your timeline is. So how long are you going to give yourself? Realistically, you don't want to be shorter than 6 months. So if you go and invest in, so I've, for example, seen people sign up under my lead gen secret on my account as a sale, and they've purchased 1 month of my lead gen secret and then they've quit. And if they've only purchased one account, they would only get 3,000 leads. And really, that's not enough to evaluate success. You need to commit to this for 6 months at a minimum. So understand what is a realistic timeline for you to set yourself to be able to evaluate your success. Track your expenses, track your income that you're getting, and then evaluate and see if you're making strides forward or not. So this is a little bit of an insight into how I've created my deeper underlying purpose in my business, and I hope that it's helpful to you. I do hope that it gives you something to think about. Of course, if you'd like to chat about this further, feel free to drop me an email. I'm more than happy to chat about it. In fact, I'd love to. I'd love to help to understand where you are with your business and see, if there are any questions that you have. Let's see how we can move forward and help you to set up your business. I'm going to leave a link to both LiveGood and My Traffic Powerline below, as well as my lead gen secret, which are the 3 businesses that I spoke about in this video. Until the next video, please like and subscribe to this channel. It will really help me out. Leave some comments below or questions. I'll get back to each and every one of you. Otherwise, wishing you a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.